happy Monday. It's Monday, December the 4th, and I'm back to filming. I mentioned in the video I uploaded on Saturday that I was not going to film on Sunday because we were quite busy yesterday, so I couldn't carve the time out of the day. But it doesn't really matter because I can do it all today. So this would be what it would look like if I had 12 advent calendars. Completely crazy. So yesterday we spent the day with my parents-in-law. They asked us to come over for St. Nicholas Day. My mother-in-law is Belgian, and in Belgium and in the Netherlands, St. Nicholas Day is a very important day of the pre-Christmas run-up. So it's usually a day we try to spend with them, or if it happens to be in the middle of the week, like this year, St. Nicholas Day is actually tomorrow, and we can't be there on the day. We are usually there the weekend before or after. So this week we decided on before. So that's why you are going to sit through 12 skeins of Advent yarn today. And I am absolutely ecstatic. I am sadly spoiled on a couple of them. I've already seen day 4 of the Casa View because I opened my Instagram this morning, totally forgetting that she shows them on her feed one day after the fact. So totally my fault. I also saw day 4 of the Knitted Down, but I know that the princess was Alice. I don't remember anymore if the villain was actually Hades, like I seem to remember right now, or not. So we shall see, and I hope that this time I actually remember to put the names on the screen. If you were wondering, in the day 2 to 3 video, I put the names in the pinned comment below the video because I forgot to add it in into the video when I edited it, because apparently I can't remember shit for like 2 seconds. Anyway, let's start with the Knitted Yarn. As always, I do not know which of the packages is the villain and which is the princess, because they are not separately marked like that. But we will figure it out in some way, shape and form. So this might actually be the Alice colorway, because I know that the Alice was very confusing to me. Because when I think of Alice, I am thinking blue, white and yellow for her blue dress, her hair, and the thing. Forgot the word for it. But I remember that the Alice colorway actually looked more like the Queen of Hearts. So this might be this one. Then we have this one here. Oh, I'm still so sorry, I'm still a bit snotty. Ooh. I might actually be wrong. I don't think that this is Hades. If it is, I'm not mad, because I like this combination. I also like that this is a little bit brighter. This turned out a bit washed out, but this is a bit brighter with the colors. I'm pretty sure this is the villain, but we will see. This actually meets my definition of Alice more than this, but confusion. It will all be edited in some kind of way. Keep repeating that. You might start believing it. Ooh. Ooh. This is pretty. This is really pretty. This kind of reminds me of the villain from what was the name of that movie in English? You know Tiana, the Princess and the Frog version of Disney? This reminds me of the villain quite a bit because he was very colorful. I remember that he was wearing this bright purple coat. So maybe it's him. Or once again, I'm completely off. Who knows? But can you already imagine what a beautiful blanket this is going to make, because this is so colorful and wild. Ooh, pink, pink, pink and green. Pink and purple, purpley pink, I would say, fuchsia. And then an olive green and a rust red. Who is that? I am so bad at guessing Disney from colors, apparently. This is wild. This is colors I would never have put together. I'm guessing that this is a hair color. But purple and a muted green. Huh. Well, you already know at this point because you are looking at the screen. I am still confused. Let's take a sip of coffee. And while I take a sip of coffee, the ma'am over here is taking a sip of water. Because we are like this, we do everything together. She's like, go away. Sorry for making you sick. Okay, so this is the Knutedern. 2 days worth of Disney princesses and Disney villains, and now we have a cat walking straight through everything. Perfect. Where are you going, honey? So next up is the other German dyer I have a calendar from, which is Loco Porella in Stuttgart, and my calendar is Nature Habitat. It is a 24 skein calendar that has really a fall vibe to it. So I picked it intentionally for that. It is going to be greens, it is going to be golds, copper colors. For the last 3 days we've had dark reds, wine reds, so I'm kind of excited to see what's going to happen today. Yeah, we are full on autumnal today. It actually reads a bit more on the red side. It's a full on orange copper. So pretty. So this is a mixture of tonal, speckled, and variegated. This is the 3rd tonal, and we had one, I would say it was a mixture between tan and beige, and it had very, very bold wine red splashes. So this is very pretty. Ooh, this is even better. So this is a cream color, and it has the coppery orange from the tonal, and then this golden yellow in it. This is going to be good. I need to pick out a pretty pattern for that. There is a pattern that comes with the countdown, and I actually like it as far as I can tell, because right now it is of course only black and white pictures, not to spoil the countdown yarn. From the black and white it looks like it's something I would want to knit, but I'm going to wait for the full calendar to decide if I want to knit with this yarn, because I'm very strange this way. But I'm really liking this, and since I picked it intentionally for the fall theme, I'm also completely 100% chuffed with the color so far, because it's exactly what I wanted. I usually gravitate towards cold colors, a lot of blues, a lot of pinks, a lot of purples, with the pinks and purples always leaning bluish, so to the cold side of things. And I usually do not gravitate towards the warmish fall palettes. I like them, but I always stay away from them because I think they don't suit me. But I want to lean a little bit into the stuff I usually don't get now. So next one is the Cat Bag. It is an Irish dyer, but a North Ireland dyer, so technically UK. Well, not technically. She is in the UK. This is a 12-day advent for the Catventure shawl pattern she released in the past. That's been out for a while. And this is in the deep sea colorway. She provided 3 and I got the deep sea. So far it has been surprisingly pastel for something deep sea, so we shall see. It has been very muted, but it has been very pastel, and I did not expect anything pastel with deep sea. And we have moved over now to to green, fully green. It is still the same mutedness to it. It's like she added a layer of gray over everything. But we are now out of the blue and into the green. And I think I can safely say now that we might mostly stay in the pastel. Hi, cat. So, day 5. I also need to make sure to check the bags good, because I overlooked a stitch marker on day 3 and only noticed that when I went to throw away the bags. So day 5 is back to blue. This is a bluish gray, I would say. I would say the base color is actually gray and there is a blue tint to it. Cat. I honestly forgot what type of yarn I got, but from the way this is twisted, I would say this is a 2-ply. Which I've never had before. It has this high twist look to it and it's very soft. And there is, like I said, the Catventure shawl pattern. I am not sure if I'm going to knit that shawl with this yarn, because I think that would be more fun with very colorful stripes and not this very cohesive muted color palette. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go for that. Kitty. So Casa View comes with a little bit of information. Casa View today, day 4, is the Mermaid Jewel Aqua Cove. And you might remember the first 3 were a fade of pink so far, going from a very light peachy pink into a raspberry speckled lighter pink yesterday, and it shines already through the bag, so it's not really a surprise. And it doesn't matter that I already saw it on Instagram. Today we have a full-on bright raspberry pink, I think. Yeah. So today is bright. It is so bright. And I love it. I love it. It touches into slightly warmer pinks once again, but I think we are also seeing a slow transition over to purple, because I am suspecting that purple is going to be next. This is a fade. The mood boards were peachy pinks and pinks, purple, blues, turquoise, and greens. And I think that is exactly the sequence we are going to see the colors, because of the way how the colors mix and make up each other. So I think we can already see the first transitioning steps over to purple. I can't wait for the purples. Purple happens to be my favorite color, as a lot of you probably already know if you've been following me for a while. So day 5 is Ariella Glitter Reeve, and I'm doing my inner chant of purple, purple, purple. Yes, we are going into the purple. Oh, this is so pretty. I love it. I am pretty sure which pattern I'm going to make with this one. I did not get the countdown box from Pink Queen Yarn here in Germany. I got a couple of kits from her in the recent weeks to make the Hive Knit Along by Stephen West, which will start on the 26th, I think. 25th or 26th, I can't remember, of December. And I also got a kit from her, another one to do the twists and turns, because I didn't like my own pick for it. And she dyes advent calendars each year. I thought about getting it. I was a bit too slow, so didn't make it this year. A goal is to make it next year. But she released a pattern that was designed for her advent. It's going to be surprisingly a garter stitch only pattern, which is not something I usually gravitate towards, but it's going to be a gradient fade, and then there is going to be a border in a different color, just in one color. And at least as far as I've seen, the test knitters have used the same color for the border and the cast on tab, and I actually like that. So I think I'm going to use the advent for the gradient part. It is designed for 24 colors, and I'll have to get a main color or pick out a main color for my stash. I have one in mind. I think I have that color in a single ply, so I think that's already a decision that's pretty much made. So the Fiber Fox, Enchanted Forest. Day 4 is Will-o'-the-Wisp. So I think we are going to transition into the blues with this one. We had a pretty jewelly olivey green, a very dark green, and the last color was a not quite teal, more on the green side than on the blue side, but it was already transitioning towards the blue. So I'm thinking it will be more blue. Yeah, this is a full-on petrol blue in my opinion. Ooh, this is so pretty. So this, once again, also is a fade. I know that Georgie always does these very subtle fades. Also not a lot of speckles. With her, it is very tonal with very subtle things going on, which you can see if you look at the yarn closely, but it's not going to be bold. But that's her advent style. This is the third advent I'm seeing from her. The first I actually bought, and they were all like this. So I'm fully expecting this, and I'm loving it. And this yarn is so soft. Here, for example, is a little bit of more a greenish tone than the petrol, so it is subtle, but it's there, and I think it's quite an art to do it that way and still make the yarn interesting. We all remember my first year having yarn advents, don't we? Color number 5 is Water Nymph, so more blue, I guess. Ooh. Look at that. It actually doesn't look very different on the screen, but this is a bit more jewelly. So this is more toned down, and this has more color oomph. It also has dark blue splotches. Very rich blue splotches in there. And this is such a good, I would say this goes towards peacock colors. Such a good transition. So what is tomorrow? The second star to the right. Then Last Midnight, Nimue, and the Snow Queen. Interesting. And I think after that, this advent is also going to go into the purples. At least that's what I associate with Morgan Le Fay, the Evil Queen, is the purples. The red is very obvious afterwards. Yeah, this is going to be pretty. No idea what I'm going to do with this one yet. Which is okay at this point. It's only day 5. I already have half a yarn store worth of yarn, but it's only day 5. This is so much yarn. I have no idea what I was thinking. Okay, so crafting over the weekend. What did I get done? I stitched, how many stitches was it? I think about 40% of the Dark Queen of the Earth drop is now done. I'm going to drop a picture in. It is not going to be a full picture of all the stitches I've done because the frame is currently scrolled in too small. The PSC drop is pretty extensive, but you can see most of it. That is what I've done up until last night, and they are like still 2,000 stitches to do or something like that. It is such a big drop, but at least it's coming along now. Now that I've finally managed to squash the I don't want to stitch thing that I had going on. Honestly, these two colors also look very good together. Tangent. My brain is so not here today. I'm so tired. I hate these long drives because they always tire me out like nothing else. But that is all the stitching I've done. I also still need to do my my Steotch, but again, I have picked a very easy ending, so I don't expect to have too much stitching time on that. I will squeeze it in somewhere. Knitting, I have not knit a whole lot, so I spent most of my time on Saturday stitching on the Queen. So as far as knitting goes, I have literally only done 5 rows. I have finished the copper kettles, and that is it. I've not gone any further. So today is day 5 of the run up to Christmas, and I am still knitting on color 4. I was ahead, now I am behind, but with my knitting I'm actually not trying to force myself to finish 1 color per day. We have spoken about this, so I'm not worried about this. The pink will actually repeat this section down here, so this is every other section, and then we have this. I don't want to call it lace section because it's just a couple of eyelets and that's it, but this eyelet section, and then there is another eyelet section, which you might have seen. I am going to put up the pictures where the eyelets are actually V-shaped, so that's going to be color 5. But first I have to get through color 4, which has a lot of make 1 left, make 1 right stitches. When I'm done with this shawl, I will finally be able to remember make 1 right, make 1 left without having to look it up first. I'm sure of that. Yeah, but this is all I have for today. I also managed to get my lovely 2 fluffy butts today eating their advent treats they got from Elamik. Elamik got my cats an advent calendar with a little bag of treats each day, and today I managed to catch them on camera while they ate them. So I'm going to use that as the transition to tomorrow. Good morning, y'all. I skipped yesterday. I don't know, yesterday was kinda a weird day, and I decided, you know what, I am not feeling like filming a clip for Vlogmas today, so I skipped the day. So déjà vu. We have a lot of packages, little tiny presents to open today. I'm still feeling a bit under the weather. And I'm wondering how long this is going to take to go away. But anyway. Fantastic start. Whew, today is one of my stream days. And if this is what happens after I say 2 sentences, it's going to be a fun day. Okay, we have a lot of tiny presents to open. Yesterday was the 6th, which is also the St. Nicholas Day, or in Germany, Nikolaus Day. And yeah, I spent most of the day under this one here in bed, quite honestly, and then the night I spent stitching like a mad person, but you will see that in a few minutes. I'm trying to avoid Miss Kitty getting into everything. Bye, Lola. So, Knutedern, villains and princesses. I hope I remembered to put in all the names, because I am really bad at guessing, and she doesn't put them in here. She puts them on her Instagram feed. Oh, something very red. Ooh. Okay. Mainly red with a bit of limey green and some black. I have no idea. If this is your first video, I mean, I've said it in the clip for day 4 and 5 already. This is these are 2 advents from the same dyer, and she hasn't marked which is which. So one is Disney villains, one is Disney princesses, and this kind of feels familiar to me, but I can't place it. Okay, so fun. I have to wait and see what she posted on her Instagram then. And this is the other package, number 6. Ooh, it's blue. That is gorgeous. That is really gorgeous. I like it. So with these turquoise, tealy blues and black, I always gravitate either towards Merida, but her hair color is missing, so it's not her. And I don't know what would be purple about her. And I have no idea if this could be a villain and which villain this could be. Also, I should probably say that I am not very well versed in Disney stuff. I've seen some of the movies, not all of them. I have forgotten quite a lot of them, so there, no, Oh, pink. I've been thinking about when we will finally get some pink. So this is a very bright pink. I'm pretty sure that this is a princess, because I can't remember a pink villain in any of the movies. So Honey Bunch, please. So I am assuming this is a princess, and this could be Menace. This could be Sleeping Beauty. She has a pink dress, though I think this is a little bit too pink. This could be Giselle, maybe? Oh, don't look like that. I'm sorry, but this is my yarn. You should see her face. She's like, maybe Rapunzel from the newer one. You will know before I do. Well, technically not, but I will stay clueless. I love this. This is very bright. I've been wondering last night when we will finally get some pink, because I expect way more pink with Disney. Okay. Neon, yellow, green, brown, black, and a rusty brown. Huh. I feel like the neon green should be a clue, but I'm not getting it. 4 out of 4. Well, I guess the princesses made a little more sense to me. So I hopefully have remembered to put all the screens on the name, all the screens on the name. Jesus Christ. All the names on the screen. My brain is so important. Yeah. And you will know better than I do at this very moment. Next one is my Locoparella Advent. This is the one. I am sorry. This is the one with the fall color theme called Nature Habitat. And last time was a medium red, rusty orangey red. It was more rust orange than red, but I think it read more red on the camera. And then another cream base with speckles and a little bit of bolder color splashes from the color before. So today is this very golden, not yellow, not orange. Yeah, it's a dark gold, I would say. This is pretty. I dig these colors. I don't know why, because I mentioned before they are really not my usual palette, but I really dig them. Oh, this is always keep forgetting to say that. These calendars here are a merino nylon base. I don't remember the exact mixture. I am thinking probably 80-20. And this is 100% merino superwash base, and it looks a little more high twist than this one. It is also very soft. I like that. So we have that. We have also, because it was St. Nicholas Day, we have some candy, some Haribo as a little extra. I see your face. Think of something else. And then for day 7, ooh, no, this is a complete contrast. For day 7, we go into green. So far, she has actually connected the colors somewhat. And this is really surprising. I did not expect her to go straight into green. I knew we were going green sometime, but this is a surprise. Also, this is a beautiful green. I wish she had that in her standard catalog. I was looking for a good green, and this would have been it. Nevertheless, I now have a good green, so I am happy with that. So this is the Locoparella Nature's Habitat. And all of these are 24-day advents. Because the next one, the Cat and Bag Catventure Shawl Advent Deep Sea color theme, is only a 12-day, and this is day 6. This has been so far the most surprising of all of them, because I did not expect it to be a pastel color theme. It is deep sea, so I expected to see darker colors, maybe a few color pops, you know, like a coral reef situation where you suddenly have a very colorful coral or a colorful fish, something like that, because otherwise deep sea would be just blue, 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 blue. But it's been very pastel so far. So, and also very blue and green so far. Let's see where today leads us. Ooh. Now this is a beautiful aqua blue, and there is a bit of a color variation going on, but I don't think it shows very well on camera. It's very subtle on camera. It's not quite as subtle as their actual skein. Okay, This is a pretty blue, but still in the pastel. So I'm very surprised about the theme of this calendar. I did not expect that. I am not mad, because I like a good pastel. Last year all the advent dyers in the UK went with pastel, and this year all of them went jewel except for Castleview. And we have day 7, which is more of the green, but also this time with more saturation and with some variation. Okay. So I guess this is going to stay very blue and green with no left and right steps, but we are getting some more, at least somewhat deeper tones, as far as pastel does allow. But these two are my favorites so far. Let's see, I need to check that I don't accidentally overlook things, because I think here is still something in the bag. It sure is. We have a couple of stickers. Cat hair in my face. So we have a couple of stickers. We have the... so this is maybe what she's going for. Night and day, maybe. Because I recognize some of these colors. Let's see where this goes. These two I like very much. Yeah, some sand, for example. I'm missing some sandy tones, but they might still be in there. Who knows? So there we go. And speaking of the one UK dyer that went full pastel and pinks and purples and stuff this year, Castleview yarn, Meet the Mermaids, the Mermaid Advent Calendar, comes in these bright, colorful baggies. And I apologize once again, I'm sounding lovely today. Number 6 is Venus Sparkle Glider, and this should go more into purple. The day 5 color had the first very purple tones, and this should be more purple now. Ooh, this is amazing. I love it. Look at it. I just love Jen's color style. Love, love, love it. So this is Venus Sparkle Glider. I forgot again. I don't remember exactly what base this is. It looks like a 2-ply. It is merino superwash, I'm sure about that, but I don't remember if it's 100% merino or if it's a merino nylon mix. I probably should finally think about looking it up for tomorrow. That look you were giving me, Cat, is really, really not giving me any hope I shall survive the day. No, 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 no. Nice try. Okay, so this is day 6, and day 7 is Cordelia Silver Dream, which once again, and there's something extra in here, which once again I'm expecting to be purple, because we're not quite done with the purple, I assume. I hope, because we give me all the purple. I remember those from the diamond painting start days. So this is an actual pen, but if you have been around towards the beginning of my diamond painting journey, a lot of people used to take these pens and basically make diamond painting pens out of them, and I think I have a mermaid pen in my stash too. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So this is way more towards the blue. As you can see, we have lost nearly all the pink now. There's only a little bit left here in the speckles. And it is now in the deep blue purples. I love this. So this is the wonderful, pretty Cordelia Silver Dream. And she looks gorgeous. So maybe I should not squish them together so much so you can see them actually. Yay. And last but not least, we have the Fiber Fox. The Fiber Fox with the Enchanted Forest. Day number 6 is the second star to the right. So I think we are going to go mostly blue now. We should lose quite a bit of the green. Yeah, there's a hint of green still in here, like here for example, but mostly this is now a petrol deep blue. Oh, this is so soft. I always love how soft her fingering single base is. So the Castle View and the Fiber Fox are both single ply merino, 100% merino, but they are from different suppliers because they feel very different. This is way more towards the soft velvety side. This is also soft, but it is sturdier if you touch it. They are probably both sturdy, but this just feels softer, like there is some mohair in there, which is not. And number 7 is Last Midnight. Last Midnight. Yeah, so now we are definitely going into the the camera doesn't really pick it up very well, but she is now transitioning from the petrol to the actual deep blue without the green. Can you see that next to each other? Her fades are so subtle, it's really hard to show and the camera doesn't want to pick it up. But looking at it directly, I can see the transition. She also, on her Instagram, she shows posts from other people and someone is really fast knitting these colors up. And knit next to each other, you can actually see the transition really well. So that there's actually a difference between the skeins that my camera doesn't seem to want to pick up. Why ever? So I'm still missing the Adventure in Yarncraft Advent, and today is the 7th. I still don't have my customs paperwork, so yeah. I don't know what's up there. I expected to get it at some point, but I have decided not to open this Advent as an Advent. I'm going to open it all in once. And someone on Rachel's stream, I think, suggested that, if I'm not completely off, for something she hasn't received yet. I think it's the Tudor Rose she hasn't received yet. It's a Stitchy Advent. That it would be fun to open it all at once. And I thought, you're right, that would be fun. And I have one that is still not here, so I could do that. So, if at all possible, I would like to open that one all at once and maybe post that video on Christmas Day. That would be, I think, a nice happy Christmas video because I will be not here on Christmas Day. After 2 years at home, this year is the first time we will have to go back on the big Christmas tour, visiting our parents, starting with mine this year because my mother-in-law will turn 75 next year. And she has claimed that day, understandably, but I in return claimed this year then for my family. Okay, so I'm going to finish and upload this video today. So in the next video, which will be 8, 9, and 10, we will see Nimue, the Snow Queen, and Deadly Nightshade. So I'm expecting this to be the blue that transitions towards purple at some point. Probably not in these 3. I'm expecting the purple to come in here towards Crystal Ball, Morgan Le Fay, the Evil Queen. But yeah, I think that's what we are going to see next. And for this one, I also expect to see a transition from purple to blue. So excited. For the others, I have no idea. I mean, this one is totally random by design, which is the reason why I picked it, because I wanted to make it into a giant, colorful, wild blanket. So the way this is turning out is exactly what I wanted. This is the fall theme, and I know technically which colors are supposed to be there, but I didn't know if it was going to be a fade, if it was going to be just a cohesive random collection of autumny colors that are supposed to fit together. I guess that's where we are now. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be awesome, but I'm pretty sure also that this is something I need to see in full before I can decide what to make of it, and probably have to put in a different order for me to like. And this one here is the total wild card. I have no idea what I expect of that any longer. There are only 5 more packages to go, so we will know pretty soon. Okay, what did I work on in the last 2 days? Knitting first, because knitting is not as much as the stitching. So I've been turning my 2020 Casa View yarn countdown box, which was the 12 days of Christmas. The Sound of not The Sound of Music, my favorite things. I turned this into a Dust of Snow wrap, and I have mostly finished color 4 now. So I knit color 4 up to the garter ridge where the next color is now supposed to be introduced. So I'm going to pick up color 5 today for my stream. And I'll be knitting on this on stream, I think, because it's easy enough. And it should be okay to do that. So color 4, which was warm woolen mittens, if I remember correctly. Yes. Is this one. I have to do 2 more ridges with that. You can see that here in the section below. The transition is always these 2 stripy borders. Oh, and for the first time I did the last wrong side row of the chevron pattern correctly. So I have 4 garter ridges here now, where before I always only had 3. Because I did not knit on the way back, I purled. And I never realized that that was wrong. So for the first time, I did it right. I am not sure. I might even prefer the way I have done it so far. But it's okay. This is how it is now. So I did not move the marker technically, since you saw it in the previous clip. I should have moved it up here because I already had these few garter rows here knit. I've not spent as much time on my knitting than I did the days before, because I actually wanted to get someone off my back. And that would be the Dark Queen of the Earth. I finished drop number 4. And it was a beast. It's totally worth it. Sadly, the colors wash out a little bit on camera. They are actually a little bit warmer and brighter. Not a lot, but a little bit. This drop technically is not much bigger than the one before, and I got the one before done, I think, a day or 2 quicker than this one. But this had 23 colors and a lot of starting and stopping, and that's what was taking so long. So I finished this at 2:45 in the morning today. Yeah, I know, don't ask me. But I'm glad that I can put her away now until January 1st, because it's about time. So the next knitting project that will go in the frame today is my Steotch along. I need to finish that. That should be a very quick finish, because I chose one of the super simple text that M has already charted. I'm not doing my own thing. I am not in love with the pattern. To be honest, usually I am not in love with any of the Steotch patterns. The whole experience is fun, and the whole group thing is fun. The humor is fun, but the end result so far has never wowed me in any way. I know that's awful to say, because especially if you don't want to pay, it's free too. But yeah, it's basically a text-only pattern, and the one thing I despise the most about stitching is words and letters, because they are boring as shit. So, but at least they go quick. So yeah, I chose one of the text finishes because it actually fits me the best. So that should be easy to do. Maybe I will even manage to do that tonight after stream. Who knows? We shall see. But the Dark Queen is done for the day. Yes, you are my Light Queen. You can't see her, but she's snuffling at the cross stitch. It's done for the moment, and I will put her away now until the beginning of the new year for the next drop. Also, I really need Erin to put out a smaller drop for once, because 3,688 stitches and 23 colors. It is so much. Just to let you know real quick, according to the chart, if I read it correctly, I always find it very confusing. This chart actually only calls for full and quarter stitches. The quarter stitches are here in the thorns, all over here. I have done them all as 3/4 stitches because I find that this looks smoother. Also, I don't have the issue, my friend Jasmine said she has always the issue that she can't get 2 3/4 stitches laying nicely next to each other. I thankfully don't have this issue. I can get it to lay nice, and I think it actually makes a lot of difference if you have 2 3/4 or just a quarter and a 3/4, in my opinion. So yeah, that is that. Also, this is the first time they released the Pattern Keeper drop at the same time with the PDF pattern, and I noticed something about Pattern Keeper. I'm not the biggest Pattern Keeper fan. I prefer Cross Stitch Saga. I think it's the superior program, but it doesn't read PDF, so you have to put it into an open file format, which WinStitch MaxStitch does, but the designers usually don't. So I found that Pattern Keeper is really not easy to work with if you have partial stitches, because it only highlights the partial stitches for one of the colors. So in this case of the thorns, it was the 3371. When you chose that color, the partial stitches were highlighted, but both of them were highlighted. So the 3371 ones and the ones in the other colors that went around here were highlighted too. So kind of clunky. Saga does it better. But in my humble opinion, Saga does everything better, so that's nothing new. That's just me. But yeah, that's all the advents. That is all the things I did. That is the plans for the next day. So now is going to be transferring the files to my computer, putting it together into a video, editing, rendering, uploading, and then I will be on stream on Twitch knitting on this. And the next video should be up on Saturday. I hope to see you there. Until then, have a wonderful week and enjoy the pre-holiday time as much as you can. And we will talk in a few days. Bye!